Well, hello everyone. I am meteorologist Adam Clayton here in the Storm Team 27 Weather Center. I'm bringing you an update to the weather pretty much across the country. We have a really big storm that's coming onto the western coast of the United States, and I'm going to talk all about it today and the impacts that it's going to have pretty much across the country. So let's go ahead and dive into it here. Current look at the satellite picture, and we have a broad area of low pressure that affected actually my area. I'm here in Youngstown, Ohio. This video is for the entire country though. But we did have a weak storm system pushing through our area and brought some light rain. It's bringing some light snow to other parts of the Northeast. And if you look down there in the southeastern United States, there's a low pressure system down there with associated stationary cold front bringing some more moisture down there. I know a lot of people are tired of all of that rain. And then if we go look at the western coast, really the focus of this video is this, it's kind of have two low pressure systems here pushing onto the coast of the western United States, bringing lots of mountain rain and snow this morning. And we can see that here on the national radar. We have the light snow going on there in parts of New York, Pennsylvania, parts of Canada also, and then some of that rainfall going on down in the southeastern United States, but then lots of mountain rain and some heavy mountain snow across parts of the western United States right now. Water vapor imagery shows the moisture down in the southeast United States, but the thing that really pops out is the moisture that's coming ashore the western coast, getting a lot of good rainfall there, and that's a good news because we've been dealing with drought for many years out there. Now, as far as the temperatures go, pretty much the same song and dance here. We've got the cold air locked up to the north and west. It's not as cold. Bismarck is warmer. They're at 13 degrees, which is a little bit warmer, I guess, than what they have been dealing with out there. They've had some negative degree temperatures. Miami, everyone wants to be in Miami, I think, right now. 76 degrees, nice and balmy down there. So that's where the heat is. And then we have some 30s and 40s in the northeast. And same thing in the mountains out there, and still dealing with some of that rain and snow. Now, the U.S. watches and warnings map really starting to look active. We have lots of Navy showing up there in the northern Great Plains, winter storm watches. That's soon going to turn into some blizzard watches and warnings because they are going to have one heck of a storm system. I'm going to show you that. And then lots of pink and blue in the mountain northwest, and all of that is winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings and watches. And then look at Los Angeles. Has some actually flooding going on this morning. Some heavy rainfall down there, and could lead to some mudslides out there. And then some light blue in the northeast. It's winter weather advisories. Now, no warnings or watches or anything out yet, but a 3-day outlook from the Storm Prediction Center has parts of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi in an enhanced risk, and you can see on the color bar there on the side that is a 3 out of 5 on the severity scale. So going to deal with some severe weather potential on Tuesday thanks to this storm that is really causing some issues all across the country. Thankfully, this isn't happening during Christmas week, or it would be quite the difficulty to get around the country. Now, this is the rainfall for the next 7 days here in the southeast, which they've been dealing with their drought in their own right, but they're going to get a lot of rain, anywhere between 2 to 6 inches, maybe a little bit over that. And then you see really a lot of the country's going to get some precipitation in the next 7 days. So really, once again, the big thing to talk about is the storm system. So we'll go ahead and use the future tracker here, track this out. It's come on shore the western United States, and that's going to bring heavy mountain rain and snow. It's already occurring right now. It's going to occur throughout the night, and then Nevada, Oregon, Idaho, Utah is going to all get in on the action. But really, the main area to watch here is this area of snow along the Sierra Nevadas there in California, going to get some really heavy snow, 12 to 24 inches possible, and some of those peaks. Some of those really high mountain peaks are going to get a lot of snow from this, basically just like a fire hose of moisture going on over the mountain there, and then the heavy rainfall showing up in the non-mountainous areas. Now, eventually this storm system will push into the central part of the United States here and really start to gain strength in the leeward side of the Rocky Mountains, as low pressure systems typically do. By 8 a.m., there's going to be a raging snowstorm ongoing in parts of Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and the Dakotas. And this storm system gets even stronger. You see the wind barbs showing up there, really moving fast. And as this storm system is going to get even stronger by Tuesday afternoon, there's going to be blizzard-like conditions likely ongoing there in Rapid City, parts of the Dakotas, parts of Nebraska, even into Wyoming. This is going to be quite the storm system. And those snowfall totals showing up for this is pretty impressive also. As we put this in play, look at the snowfall totals over the next 48 hours or so. Look at South Dakota and Nebraska and North Dakota. Up to 3 feet will be possible in some locations with this, and we'll see some really high snow drifts due to all of that snow. So it's going to be quite the storm. We're going to see some amazing photos out of this storm system. And then, as if that weren't enough, the storm system also is going to have a severe side to it. So this is, let me explain this little image here. The red wind barbs that you see, those are mid-level winds. You can see those are sort of from like the southwest, and then the green arrows are from low-level winds. So anytime you get these wind barbs that aren't matching up, they're not going exactly the same direction. We've got southerly, kind of southwesterly flow in the lower levels, and then southwesterly flow in the upper levels or the mid levels of the atmosphere. That's generating wind shear, which can cause thunderstorms to rotate, and those storms can then go on to produce tornadoes. And then below that you have the plot of it's called CAPE, convective available potential energy. It's basically the energy that is there for thunderstorms to use to create vertical clouds is what convective available potential energy is. And you can see going to get close to some medium values of instability. So we have the combination. Anytime you have a severe weather event, you really need 3 things. You need, first of all, some type of forcing mechanism or something to make the air go up vertically. And that is, we have the cold front, so that helps things to go vertically. Then you need some energy, some moisture. And convective available potential energy is pretty much a measure of that. It's a measure of energy and a measure of moisture. And then you need wind shear, and we have that showing up there. I already told you about the mismatching wind barbs. So certainly could be a prolific severe weather event setting up in the southeastern United States as well. And then I'll do probably a video about this later in the week. There's just too much to cover today, frankly. We will have this storm go on to the eastern United States and might even develop a secondary area of low pressure along the Atlantic coast and bring maybe the first nor'easter of the year. Still not set in stone yet, but we will see about that. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's breakdown video. I've really just started doing these. I'm going to continue to come up with different ways and continue to make these videos better for you. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button there on the screen and give me a subscription. I would really enjoy that. I'm going to keep making these videos as long as there's going to be interesting weather, and there's always interesting weather in the United States. Well, I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Christmas only 2 weeks away, so get that holiday shopping done and have a great day.